Welcome, dear students. Now, in today's lecture, we are going to cover up a topic that is tire maintenance. That why tire maintenance is required, and what we used to do for inspection and maintenance of tire. Because we will go through the steps of inspection, why there is a need of tire maintenance, as well as what basic procedure is used for maintenance of tire, that is retreading or tire rotation, and other what else there we are using. So starting with what tire is. Tire is a O-ring shaped made from rubber, natural or synthetic fiber, and wire, etc. Because either there might be wire, or if it is a bias type tire, then threads will be there. But if a radial type is there, then wire should be there. Wire is also required in the bead also, because in the O-ring, this particular portion, this is the inner ring is called the bead, so wire are required. So they have written there a wire. Depending upon its application and its contact with the surface, while rotating on the road, it supports the wheel weight as well as the weight of all parts of the chassis. So it is a main supporting medium. The tire provides good traction by holding road surface properly, and also take up shocks, because it acts as a shock also, shock absorber also, as they are filled with the air. So it is a very much important part of the vehicle, as a for comfort also, as well as for main profile of the vehicle also. Now the shape I have shown you, the O-ring shape, the basic terminology what they are using. There are nomenclature methods also of the tire, but due to the constraint that we are going for the inspection and maintenance only, so this topic will be covered only, because we should be well aware with it what maintenance and inspection methods are there popular in the market. So what the maintenance is, it is quite prudent to inspect and maintain tire at regular interval for proper performance and safe running. The interval of inspection and maintenance totally depend on type of vehicle, condition of road, and driving condition. Although they have mentioned the three things, but as per the type of vehicle, the manufacturer used to give the tire, and they also provide some guidelines that when to go for the inspection, when to go for the particular maintenance. The frequency of inspection increases as it runs more. After certain period, based on its condition, it should be replaced or repaired. So we will go for the repair, means how to repair it, and what things are used for repairing a tire. That is the retreading. Common inspection include cleaning, looking for wear, damage, damage or crack at outer side, also rim, counter, inner surface, etc. need to be checked. So following things to be taken care for proper maintenance inspection of wheel and tire. These are the steps, means the four things should be taken into care. Always maintain tire inflation pressure as recommended by the manufacturer, because if tire has correct inclination, then the wear will be uniform. As it is mentioned, the uniform wear will be there when the correct inclination is there. If under inclinated is there, then wear will be on sides. You can see the sides are the treads are removed at the side due to wear at the side surface. And if over inclination is there, then contact will be at the center only. So the wear will be at the center. So the main thing is that always correct inclination should be there. The second thing is, do not overload vehicle, as it will transfer on the wheel. And always check the inclination pressure when tire is cold. Means because when the vehicle is already run for several hours, the tire used to get hot, because due to friction also, as well as for the braking forces also. So at that time, if you measure the pressure will be automatically high. So the inflation pressure should be measured only when cold tire is there, when a tire is temperature is cold. So standard pressure will be measured, and that will be maintained by filling or by the air. The higher tire pressure and lower tire pressure has significant effect, and the effect has been shown to you in the figure also. So this was the figure which was shown to you earlier also. Now tire wear indicator, what it is, because we have to go for the inspection, and the main inspection means when we are going for the inspection of a tire. General inspection we also used to do in our lab also. So this inspection is TWI, that is tire wear indicator. So what tire wear indicator is? This shows the condition of tire in the tread condition. So before reading the literature, I would like to show you one video that how the tire wear indicator used to work. So this is an illustrative video I have downloaded from the net, and in this video you can directly see that he is showing a tire, and this is the on the side wall there is an indicator, either it is in the form of arrow or directly written on the tire that it is a tire wear indicator. In the same direction, if you proceed, whenever there is a depth in the tread, you will see a horizontal bar of rubber. Means if there are 3 cuts in the tread, 1, 2, and if 3 is there, then you will see a horizontal rubber bar elevated over here, and that is called the tire wear indicator, because as soon as the tread will get damaged, the tire wear indicator will automatically come out. So he will be showing. It is a very simple thing. So in this direction only, means in the same direction, means what they have mentioned. The side wall, the arrow was mentioned. In the same direction, if you proceed, you will see one tire wear indicator over here, and another here is over here. So tire wear indicator is shown over here, and for a worn out tire, he is showing the tire wear indicator. They have come out, means they have come out with a level. This, if you touch by a finger also, you will directly touch it, because they are no longer hidden in that. These vertical lines are out. So these are measured by means of a depth gauge or a vernier calipers, because in our lab you use a vernier calipers as a depth gauge and measure the height. And if the depth is less than 1.6 mm, then the tire is to be replaced as per standard, because very few used to go for this, because I mentioned also a figure that 1.6 should be the figure. And one more image I have downloaded from the net. You can see that these are the vertical bars. These are the bars, and over that you have to measure the depth, and they should be well hidden inside these grooves. If the tread is more and more wear out, these treads, all the treads are more and more wear out, then they will come out, and their depth from this level will be less. How to measure the depth? I would like to show you one more video, that if you want to measure the depth, the Michelin video I have downloaded. In this, he will use a particular instrument, a depth gauge he will use. This is the depth gauge he is using, and he will directly place on the tire surface, and whatever portion is inserted inside will show you. He is measuring the depth at somewhere else. He should have measured on these lines on the tire wear indicator, but he is measuring somewhere else. So when he is measuring, then this much portion, means whatever you are seeing, this much portion is the height of the treads, and these heights of the tread is essential. Means this height of the tread should have some value, and they have given that the value is this time less than 1 mm, 1 centimeter. It is something else. So at these conditions, when the tire, the value they have mentioned also, this is 1 mm and this is 10 mm. So if the value is less than the particular value which I have shown, that is 1.6 mm, then the tire is to be replaced. So going through the literature once again, that what tire wear indicator are there, I have shown you the figure also. In the figure you can see the tire wear indicators are shown. This is 1, 2, 3. These are visible on or directly can be hand touched if the tire is worn out. Once again, the video we can see when they can be touched when the tire is worn out. So for worn out tire, they are level to the treads, means they have come out. They are no longer inserted. Earlier they were inside it. Earlier they were much below it, but now as they have worn out tire, so they have come in the level. So this is the main thing you have to go through. And what definition they have given? The condition of tread can be known from the tire wear indicator, because anyone can know by just putting his finger. Provide on the tire as shown in figure. Mainly they are hard rubber bars. I have shown you the bars. The shape is like a bar, and they are well inserted when the tire is new. And on a tire which are normally not visible, as tire tread vanishes, they can be seen. So that's what I was saying, that they can be seen as the tire gets damaged. So we are able to direct touch it, because they are in the level of the no longer the depth is there, the depth has gone out, so that's why we can directly touch it. So that's they are saying. And tire wear indicator may be visible after approximately 1.6 mm tread remains. So this is the limits also, because if the tread is limited only to 1.6 mm, then we have to replace the tire also. So that was shown in the video. If the tread depth is less than 1.6 mm, you have to measure the depth of the tread. You will measure the depth of the tread, and if it is less than 1.6 mm, then tire need to be replaced. So this way the tread depth is measured, and the value also they have mentioned that 1.6 mm is a standard value. That's why in this video also they have mentioned the value of 1.6 mm separately. Presently the value is approx less than 1 means 0.8 and 0.9. 0.85 mm means the value is 8.5 mm. The value is 8 mm and 9 mm, in between 8 and 9 the value is. So it is 8.5 mm the value is. If the tread goes on and go to 1.6 the depth, then the tire need to be replaced. So that's why 1.6 is mentioned separately, and this is the standard value. You should learn it. It is given in all the literature. The value should be 1.6 for replacement of the tire. Mean the depth, this depth from upper level, this depth should be, if the depth is 1.6, then tire need to be replaced for one out tire. Tire rotation also is a method, because we have gone through the inspection method. This method was the inspection method. I was telling you this was the inspection method. Now what remedies we can do? The remedy is to increase the life, is to rotate the tire. To improve the life of tire treads and to reduce uneven tire wear, because we know that the vehicle is mostly front driven vehicles we are using, tire rotation is necessary, and the weight is also more, as most of the vehicles which we are driving these days are front driven vehicles. Means in the front or in the front side, the engine weight is also there, as well as drive train also used to give the power. So more wear will be there. So they should be given the chance to rotate, and the rear wheel which are not being damaged more, they should be rotated to the front. So wear of on each tire is different due to position of wheel on the vehicle and road condition. The load at front in the front wheel drive is more due to braking, steering, and other forces. So more wear will be there in the front. So it is important to rotate the tire to reduce the uneven wear of tire and to improve the life of the tire. So this is one of the remedial method which we use. So how do we use this remedial method is shown to you, because all the vehicles are not front wheel drive, because the cars which we are using, they are front wheel drive, but all are not. So if there are three methods for rotation. When the vehicle is front wheel drive, then how the four wheel rotation will be done. When the vehicle is rear wheel drive, means if you are if any commercial vehicle is there, then how the means propeller shaft is also there. The engine is, although the engine is at the front, but propeller shaft is giving the power to the rear wheel. So for that, what method will be used? And if you are including the spare wheel also, means the spare wheel is also included, then what method will be used for front wheel drive and rear wheel drive? So altogether there are total 4 to 5 methods. So starting with the first, that is the front wheel drive vehicle. In front wheel drive vehicle, the arrow directly indicates that the front wheel will directly go to the, it will replace the back, means it will directly go to the back side, and this front wheel also goes to the back side. From the arrow you can see arrow indication, and these will go in the cross direction, means the cross direction will be adopted for the rear wheels to get uniform wear of the wheels. Although the sign of indication is not seen on the wheel also, because manufacturer generally used to give the kilometer range. Generally they used to give the 8,000 kilometer range for rotation of the wheels. If although no sign is seen, then also the rotation should be done to prevent uneven damage of the wheel. The another method is to simple straight rotation, means directly moving the back side and this to the front side. So this method is also there if the vehicle is front wheel. So the front wheel get the chance to rear, and the rear which are safe get the chance to get front. If the vehicle is rear wheel type, means or four wheel drive type vehicles is there, rear wheel and four wheel drive. The rear wheel and four-wheel drive vehicles, the rotation is being shown to over here, that how the rotation is to be done. In the rear wheel drive, the rear wheel will go to the front, because whichever is having the more load, that will directly go to that place, and either they can go in the crossway, which are not gone for the much load. Either crossway they can go, or directly they can also go, because direct straight rotations is also given. And the last one is if you include the spare wheel also. So spare wheel is that the rear side wheel used to replace the spare wheel, so that get the chance to be a spare wheel, whichever the rear side wheel is there. And other rotations, the directions are given, that how the rotation is done. So in this case, there are two cases. One is for front wheel drive. Directly the front wheel will move to the back side. Directly they will move to the back side. But this time, one rear wheel will go to the front, and this spare wheel which is completely new, will directly go to the front driver side. Means most adverse condition it will go. And this wheel which is not being much used, means this wheel which is not much used, will go to this position. So arrow is being shown that how the replacement will be done. And if the vehicle is rear wheel drive, then rear wheel will directly go to the front, as being shown over here. And one rear wheel which is being utilized more will go to the spare wheel. And this is how the complete rotation will take place. Now retreading is another method for maintenance of because we have gone for the inspection. For inspection we use TWI. For prevention we use rotation. And now we are going for direct maintenance. If the tire is completely worn out and require replacement, if the condition of the casing of the tire is good, then we go for the retreading. Means the treads are removed by buffing from the tire surface, and new treads are applied. So what the retreading is, the process of applying tread over the old tire that is worn tire body to make it effective is called retreading. It is also known as remanufacturing of tire or remolding of tire. So there are two methods for retreading. One is the hot cure method, in which on the tire the treads are removed and a rubber coating is given on the particular tire by calendering mechanism or other mechanism directly from the roller. And the treads are developed on the tire itself by hot cure process. Means at a high temperature is given to that. In the casing itself, the treads are developed. Whereas in cold cure, what used to happen on the tire, the treads are pasted, and these pasted treads are vulcanized and the bond is made fixed. I will show you some videos that how both the methods of hot cure and cold cure is done, because retreading is done by two methods. So these two methods I am going to explain you. And main thing is that the buffing and skewing the main steps which are used. So starting with the process, we should know that what we are doing. So old tire come to a factory. This is being shown. The visual inspection is done to the tire. The cleaning is done to the tire, and it is kept in a hot chamber so that moisture get removed, if any moisture is there. Now the buffing process will be start, because after inspection they will go for the buffing process, and you can see from the video that they are removing the treads by the grinders, and the treads are removed from the tire. Now the skewing process will be there. In this, if any damage is there, they are rebuilt, whether damage is in the bead, whether damage is in the outer surface or side walls. Some solutions or some rubber patches or other things are used to remove all the damages on the surface, round surface. Repair application, patching, everything is done after skewing, and thereafter the tread is applied. The glue he is applying. There is reinspection and the glue is applied, and after glue application, what they are doing, they have pasted the tread. This pasting of tread, this method is called cold curing, because he has directly pasted a tread. And means the cold method is being called because they have directly pasted a tread and they are not now sending for curing. Curing means heating the tire in the hot steam or hot oven type thing. The figure is also shown can be shown. that a machine is there, the vulcanization chamber is there. In that, the tire is being sent at a certain pressure for maintaining the pressure. Envelope is has covered the tire. You can see an envelope is there on the tire. Now it has covered the tire. So pressure is applied. Now in this chamber, the temperature and the duration is the main thing, because three things are important in vulcanization process or curing process. These three things are: firstly, the temperature, that what temperature you are curing, because 300 degree Fahrenheit is the temperature for curing. What duration you are curing, because curing duration depend on the tire manufacturer also, because certain companies used to take 2 hours for curing or certain hours for curing. By how much time it has to be kept in hot steam, that is called the duration. First is the temperature. Second thing is the, out of the three, first is the temperature. Second thing is the time, and third one is the pressure. For pressure, I have shown you in the video itself that they have applied the pressure by an envelope. The envelope was shown to you. This envelope used to give the pressure and keep the both tread and the casing in contact. And the temperature they have applied and duration they have also mentioned. So after vulcanization process, a strong bond is maintained between the casing as well as the new treads, and in this way we get the new tire. Because this is an animated video, so certain things are not that much clear, so we will go for one more video, that how actually this used to take place. For this, a Goodyear tire, commercial tire video has been taken. In this, the initial inspection of tire is being shown. Then a tire used to come, the initial inspection is being done. In this, each and everything is inspected, and if any wear is there, then he used to mark, because in the sieving process or in the repair process, these are to be maintained by pasting some glue or patches. These are shown. And after inspection, the tire used to go for the second process, that is the buffing process. In the buffing process, the outer layer, that is the old treads, are grinded and removed. These are the grinders, and they are now started to remove the layers of treads by grinding the treads. So this is how they are removing, and sometimes hand buffing is also required. So this is how the treads are removed. These are removed in layers and layers by abrasive grinding, and the tire surface become even for placing the treads. So he is measuring also that whether the surface has become even or not. Now the sieving process is there, because the chalk marks or the marks they were given, these marks were given for maintenance. So he will go for the maintenance of the tire, and wherever the maintenance is required or any rock particle is there or any wire is there, then it is to be repaired. If the bead of the tire is also damaged, bead means this inner wire, then also tire can be used. The main thing is that wire should not be broken, because there is a bunch of wire in this bead in the inner rings that get directly contact to the wheel rim. So that wire should not be damaged. If it is damaged, then tire is returned as received. That is called RAR. You should know the terminology, that it is not used for retreading. It is being returned. If this tread is damaged or any major damage is there, that can't be repaired. So sieving process is being done. So this is the rubber cement he is using. These are the Goodyear patches. These are good quality patches that give good bond when vulcanized, when heated. And now he is applying a cushion. The cushion rubber is applied through a calendering machine or other method. So it is being shown over here. So he is applying the cushion over here. Now after the cushioning, the building process is being continued. In the building process, either the tread is, you can see the tread is manufactured separately. What I have told, if the tread is manufactured separately, then it is called cold cure method. Means when whereas in cold cure method, the tread is need to be manufactured separately. That you have to learn. If separate treads are manufactured by vulcanizing it, means the properties of rubber are changed from plastic to elastic, and by heating in a chamber, then they are manufactured separately, and they are applied to the buffed tire by constant tension or pressure, and then curing is done. Then it is called cold curing. If they are developed on the outer surface, means if they are developed, tread is manufactured extrude to be directly applied. In the hot cure method, their treads are directly developed on the surface. I will show you through the video also, that in the video you can see. This is the cold cure method he is using, because he has directly pasted the treads, and the tire will go for the curing in the vulcanization chamber. But in some other method, what used to be done, that layer is applied and it is being sent to the hot chamber. So that video I am going to show you. Now this is the mold cure retreads, the name they have given, the Goodyear company. This is hot cure method. In this, the tread will be developed on the outer surface, and as soon as it will come out, it will take the shape of the casing, and now the tread will be developed. Now it is looking like a brand new tire, because these treads have developed on the outer surface, they are not pasted. So this is called hot curing method. And whatever the curing method they have applied, later again the curing is done. This is the machine in which the hot steam is given or hot temperature is given. And in this machine, the time is important, temperature is important, and third thing is the pressure. For pressure, I have shown you that envelope is used for maintaining that pressure. So this is how the retreading is done, and the two methods are also shown, either to develop or direct on the surface, either to paste the treads on the surface. So this is how the maintenance of the tire is done. This is the maintenance of the tire I have discussed. The prior was what precautions to be done for steps to be done for even wear of the tire, and the first one was the tire inspection. So these are the three things which are important, means inspection, precautionary methods, and last one is the maintenance method. If any queries are there, then please do ask, and